I'm actually so mad because I recorded a 1 hour video for you guys and it just wiped off my computer completely. I cannot find it at all. So, for that, I'm going to make 3 parts to this. I'm going to go over my scanning platform, what I use to look at stocks. What are the good stocks? What are the strong sectors? What's moving big gaps, high momentum. Second, I'm going to go, well, along with the scanning, I'm going to go over shares and my main strategy. Second video, I'm going to go over options. Actually, I wonder if I could do it in 2 parts. But I'm going to try to do, go over swing trading options and then psychology. So, give me 1 second. Alright, for everyone who's new here, my name is Thomas Johansen. I like to swing trade. That's what I've been doing for many years now, since 2022. And I'm going to show you my strategy, my breakout strategy. This is what I've been using. It is highly profitable. It does have a 40% win rate, but that is because the gains, the winners outweigh the losers. In my strategy, I'm going to talk about entries, setups, what stocks to look at, what's strong, what's not, what to look out for. It's going to be a long video, so if you guys watch to the end, it's going to be highly, it's going to greatly affect you guys in your trading journey. Let me just say that. The first thing I started is day trading, and that I lost all my money. And the moment I switched to swing trading, I made it all back and more. It's proven to, what is it? Just be profitable. I'm going to say, this strategy is kind of formatted after one of the best traders in this world, Maggie. That's how I think you say it. Look him up. Very good trader. Very successful. I kind of did it after his strategy, tweaked some things, but he's successful. He's worth 9 figures, and he makes a shit ton of money. So this is my strategy. Yeah, let's get started. If you guys stay to the end, it's going to be helpful for all of you, so I recommend doing that. I'm going to make 3 parts, as I said, because it just got lost. The whole video, the whole hour-long video I just created, just disappeared, so I'm going to make a couple videos, so it's going to be easier for you guys to watch, and hopefully it doesn't disappear too. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, basic. I scan my stocks on this app called TC2000. It is a great app. If you guys want to download it, subscribe to the Gold membership. It's $50 a month, and honestly, if you can't afford $50, like, you should not be trading. But it's not that much. But the information and the stuff that's in this app will greatly affect the way you trade, and it's so helpful. Just finding these big moves and the right stocks to get into, and I'll put down below the layout that I have, so you guys don't have to figure it out and try to implement it and all that. You just copy it straight to there into this app and start scanning and trading. So, how do I move this thing? Let me get this out here. Put this in the corner. So, this is TC2000. I have my scanners. This is what I use for the common stocks, the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, this is my flag symbols, the favorites, my risk calculator, very helpful. I'll go over that in a second. But first, we're going to go over the scanning of, actually, I'll go over that later. So, these are the stocks I look at. My layout, this is what I have. I have the ADR, percent change, price, dollar volume. Why are these important? The ADR, the average daily range, is how much a stock moves up or down in 30 days. This is why I have it as. The higher, the better. The bigger moving stocks have a higher percent change of the ADR. You know, price. You want something that is above a $2 price because you don't want to be messing around. $1 or $2. You don't want to be messing around with low market cap stocks that either don't move or they have no volume, and that goes to the dollar volume. You want more than $30 million of volume. As we see here, we have $6.2 billion, $344.9 million of volume. This thing is packed with volume. This thing moves. This thing has great potential. It is very strong. But actually, let's get into it. Actually, I think I have. Oh yeah. So right here, on the top we have 6 month gain, 3 month, 1 month. Why are these? Oh, and the gap scanner right here. This is for pre-market or after hours. This shows what has gapped up, what to look at, you know, in the morning before you enter any stocks. You're like, oh, did this thing break out? And it is very helpful. Let me just say that. So let's say, I actually kind of might look at this later, but we see right here it shows how much it gapped up, all that fun stuff. I look at the 1 month, as we see here, ADR, dollar volume, and then the price, obviously, you know. So let's see, open. We have the 10, 20, 50, and 200 moving average. Why is this important? I trade stocks that are above the 50 and 200, mostly aligning with the 10 and 20 moving average. Why is that? Because it is moving along that, and it has, you know, its potential. Before, underneath the 250 is when you don't want to trade, realistically, because there's no setups. It's bad. The stock's not doing as good, and it's not strong. When the 10 and 20 are aligning with the price, as we see right here, it's a strong stock. It's above the 250. It's we want the stock to prove itself, like, pretty much. You know, we don't want to be just jumping into random stock hoping that it's going to go up. We want this to be perfect. We want a strong stock that has lots of volume, lots of momentum, and it's going to prove itself that it needs to be traded. We want to trade it, you know. So that's that. As we see here, open has a 20.70 ADR. This thing is strong. This thing is humongous. It's 4 times what I recommend looking at a stock. So this thing, I've been in this. It's made great moves, lots of profits. This thing's amazing. But these tools in the scanning, it's pretty much like the whole entire strategy. Ultimately, like, this will show you what kind of stocks to look out for, what strong stocks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the moving averages, the scanner, the filters, the 1 month, you could flag. This whole app is just amazing. It helps trading so much easier. We have the volume down here. Volume dies out and goes up. All like fun stuff. You do everything in here. You could, as we can go to the risk calculator right here. This is what I use all the time. Is how much to put in a position, while only risking 1%. So if you were to, for example, if you were to put 10K, as we see right here, your stop loss, you put that in, how many shares to buy, and if it hits the stop loss, you're losing $100 out of 10,000, and that 10,000 can go up so much higher, and you can make infinite gains unless it closes underneath the 10, which you exit. But I'll talk about that later. So download this if you haven't already. Really good app. Really good at helping you trade. It's helped me so much. It literally it changed the way I traded, because it's just so much easier to find good setups and good stocks that will just shoot up. You know, you get in the plays before it even happens. Ultimately, you're not trying to search drastically and be like, "Whoa, what stocks am I going to get into? Which one?" You know, this helps you. This aligns you to the right stocks, the right plays to get into. You know, so I think I might do this video for like 30 minutes. Oh my god, my computer's starting to crash. This also, I have a Mac. This is mostly used on a window. It's way faster, but it is what it is. So that's TC2000. Great app. Helps you find everything. All right, so let's get into the strategy that you guys probably wanted to learn about. I'm gonna go on Weeble because this is way easier to, boom, boom, it's not laggy. All right, so Weeble, this is what I trade on. I scan on TC2000, and then I hop onto Weeble, take positions, take trades. Very, very simple, as we see on the right here. We have the quantity, we have the order type, market. This is what I would enter on. It's the market. Stop loss. This is what you would click, and the stop price. So, yeah, let's get in the strategy. Let me get my book out. All right, starting from the beginning. I can't believe it deleted my whole entire video. I'm actually so mad. Because that was honestly awesome. That video would have been perfect. But it just chose not to do what it's supposed to do, record. So, rule number 1. I've gone over this in my TikTok videos, but 1% stop loss. As I mentioned, 1% of how much your position is and how much you're willing to lose. $10,000 position, you lose $100 if it hits your stop loss. 5% ADR, average daily range, that's how much you want. You want it to be above the 10, 20, 50, and 200, like this. What else? Let me show you how I take my trades. All right, so as we see right here, this is laser. We have a setup right here. I just marked this out because I did not have anything prepared for the last video. But we have laser. We have some big moves up. We have a big gap up, as we see right here. It broke out of this, gapped up a little bit, starting to pull back to the 10, right, as we see right here. Small candle. And I like using these chart patterns because it helps me better identify these breakouts before they happen. And yeah, it just helps me. I don't know why, but these lines just help me so much. So this is what you want to look for. You want high momentum. Like, oh my, look at this. Look how, yeah, this is strong. We want something that is gapping up, long gaps, big momentum, strong pulls, strong moves. Consolidates, big move, consolidates, big move, consolidates, on and on till we get to here. You could take any of these and that would have been good. But we have this right here. When do you want to enter? We're going to get on the 5 minute. This is the, actually, is there anything else to say? Yeah, so small candle before the breakout day. This is how you really identify when it's going to break out the next day, is when there's a really small candle and it's starting to set up like this, pulls back to 10, it's going to break out. So this is the, actually, yeah, this is the 8th. Let's go down, give me 1 second. It's going to be a little bit, it's the 8th. So this broke out this day. As mentioned in the gap scanner, I would have saw this in the morning before. Like, wow, this thing moved up pretty big. $7? Yeah, it looks like it. $7 it gapped up overnight. That's insane. So, as we see here, wait, is this? Maybe this is not the best. Actually, yeah, this is not really the best because it did end up red that day. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I actually have a better example. QBTS. This is actually like a really good example. So we see here big old lines right here. This thing's gonna explode. I saw this happening and I was like, I need to take this. So I charted this out. I was all right, big move, pulls back to the 10. It's starting to consolidate. Last day is very thin. This has a lot of momentum. This has a lot of power, and it's proving that it's a strong stock. So let me go to the 5 and 1 minute. So this is breakout day. This is the 5 minute chart. You can take the 5 or 1 minute when you're entering the position. It doesn't matter. 1 minute, it's very fast. 5 minute, it's more confirmation that it's breaking out and you're going to get a better entry. Or no, 1 minute, you're going to get a better entry. 5 minute, if you want to be safe as much. Be safer. So, as we see here, insane gap overnight. Just boom, just insane gap. You're going to see that on the gap scanner on TC2000. You look at the 5 and 1 minute. So this dumps, like, oh, damn. Okay, well, I'm going to keep on looking at it because it has a lot of volume, as we see right here, insane amount of volume. So it gaps down and then it starts to redeem itself. When it takes out the opening highs, this is where you enter. Literally, as soon as this candle closes and it's above this candle, you are entering. You are entering. You put your stop loss at the low of the day, which is 7.71. You put that right here. You type it in, 7.71, to your quantities, and then mark it. And this is what you do. You enter it. You just click that button and you enter it. Boom, you're entering the trade. All right, so you're looking at it. You're like, okay, set my stop loss. You enter the position. Now it's time not even look at it. Just don't look at it because you have a stop loss in place. Do not touch it. So as we go to the day chart, this happened in May, which when things were actually booming. It's insane gap. So you entered right, what did I say it was? Oh crap. All right, so we entered at 9.10. If you were to be on the 1 minute, you would probably get a better entry, probably way down here. But, we're doing good. We're going to be swinging this, so it doesn't matter. Better entries, whatever. Your stop loss is at, what did we say, 7.7. We entered at 9.10. All right, gaps up. This is an insane day. Goes up. Like, all right. So we look at it. Next day, goes up again. We want to swing this for days, weeks, months. We look at this, starts forming another setup. We're like, oh, damn. All right. Another setup. Let's do it. We can add more, or we can just hold it and just not look at it. It's going to pull back to the 10, and then it's going to shoot up again. Where does it end up? It ends up around $19. That is, well, that's a 2x. In how many days? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A little bit less than 2 weeks, but you have a good size on this. This thing has doubled. You put $10,000. You have $20,000 now. Wow. When do you exit this position? Well, actually, no. Let me say, when you're in this position and you are 5 times your risk, that is when you want to trim 10 to 20 to 30% of your position. And then you bring your stop loss to your break even. So you are not going to lose at all. Like, you are good. You've locked in your profits. Now you just keep it running. You just keep your winners running. That's the point where if you're a break-even trader, that is going to be the extra move that's going to make you in profit. That's definitely what happened to me. You want to hold your runners as long as they can until it gives you a reason to be out of them. So 5x your risk, you want to start trimming your position. What's 5 times your risk? $10,000 account, your risk is $100. 100 times 5 is 500. When you're 5x your risk, $500, you start trimming. All right. What else? Yeah, so it gaps up again. It starts gaining momentum. When the candle closes under the 10 SMA is when you fully close out of the position. I wouldn't really say this. I mean, this is debatable right here. As we see here, it's like half in, half out, to be honest. Oh, right here. This red candle. This is where you exit as it goes under the 10. So you made a 2x, pretty much. Like, that's a solid trade. You made insane amount of money in under 2 weeks. That's like a 2x. Like, if you had like a $20,000 account, then wow. Let me just say that. Risk-free trade, boom, done. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, so 30, if you want to, you could put 30 to 40 to 50%, or how much you want, ultimately 30 to 40% of your total account into a position, because you only lose 1%. So it doesn't really matter, but if you want to size that big, go for it. You'll be making way more. So that's the shares. I told you, I talked about the entries, what the setups look like. You know, the pullback, gaps up pretty big, shows some volume, big gaps, moves back to the 10 SMA. Day before, thin candle, you see pre-market, it gaps up above the previous day high, and the 1 minute, 5 minute, it goes above the opening high. That's when you enter, and I just showed you when to exit, when to trim profits, when to 5x your risk. Yeah, you could swing. If this never goes under the 10, you just keep on racking up money. Like, what is it at right now? You would have made that much more, but I would exit. You know, if it kept on going up more, then yeah, just keep on holding that thing. Trim profits, put your profits in other positions, grow that. Like, it's just, you, by compounding this, like, you will make so much money. It's like insane, you know. So just follow the rules, follow the strategy. It's foolproof. Like, it will work. Just follow it. So I just showed you how to do shares. You could use Webull or any other platform. I personally use Webull. It's way easier. As we can see right here, you literally just go in this, this is how many do. This is how many shares to buy, stop loss, amount in position. Boom. Bum, bum, bum. You're in less than a minute. Ride this thing out. What else? Don't over risk. I'd stake the 1%. In bad market conditions, I would go down to 0.75, 0.5, 0.25. And actually, let me show you that. So how do you know if it's good market conditions? I personally like SPY. If the 10 SMA is below the 20, 50, or 200, you don't want to trade. There's no setups. There's nothing to look for. As we see right here, it's just disgusting. We don't want to trade that. So when it goes under the 10, de-risk. You do if you're trading at 1 or 2%, you size down to 0.75, 0.5, 0.25 of your account. So when it's above the 10, 20, you want to trade. This is good market conditions. It's going straight up. Look at that. See? Boom. Broke out right here. It's solid. That's when you want to trade. Where are we at right now? 23 minutes. I think this is where I got the last video, halfway. What else? I'll talk about, if you don't have the app, which I think you should, it's very helpful. For the risk calculator, the formula is your risk divided by your entry minus stop, which you're not going to have a lot of time to do this while mid-trade. You know, it's a hassle, but if you don't have the app and you want to just do it on your own, it's risk. So 100, if you're using a $10,000 account or more or less, so $100 divided by your entry minus stop. And PEMDAS, obviously you do the entry minus stop, then you divide 100, divide that, you know, yeah, whatever. So actually, let me show you an example of that. Let's go back to QBTS for an example. So, all right, So your $100, write that down, $100 divided by your entry minus, oh my god, why am I blanking out? I don't even use that, I just use the thing. That's crazy. Where is it? Oh my god. Alright, so I found it. So the entry on this, I don't know what was with that. So entry, let's just say I wrote down 9.10, that's our entry, and the stop is 7.7. So as we do that on our calculator, we do 9.10 minus 7.7, we get 1.4. We divide that by 100, which gives us 71.428. That is how many shares we buy. And yeah, that's your risk, or that's how many shares you're supposed to buy. So what else? I think we're halfway done. So that's pretty much it for the shares in TC2000. Oh, another thing I just remembered. When you look at these stocks, the big move up, you want more than 30% move. You know, as we see right here, this is like what? If it works, please. This is way more. This is 172% move, but you know, we want a big move like this. This is probably, that's way more, but you know what I'm saying? We want more than 30% and of a breakout, you know, before we start setting up into a position. But that is part one, explaining TC2000, the trading the scanning platform I use for all the stocks. Very helpful. Again, check it out, it's worth it. Webull, that's where I take my trades. I show you my strategy, everything is in it, everything that you need to become profitable. So I'll make a part two. Part two is going to be options, swing trading options, when to swing trade options, and your psychology, which is very, very important. So you should watch that video that I will make after this. So that is it. Let's see, 27. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions, anything more, comment down below. Comment or DM me on TikTok or Instagram or any of those. I'm just trying to help you guys. I know this strategy is very profitable. I've seen many people use it and have become very successful with using it. So I'm just trying to spread the word and trying to get people to know the strategy too, because it's very helpful and it will change the game for many traders. If you're not seeing any luck day trading, which I didn't, and you want to change over to swing trading, very helpful. It will change the game. So be patient, follow your rules, follow the strategy word for word, don't miss anything, and I will go over options and psychology in the next video. So that's all it. Like and subscribe, you know the deal, and I'll see you guys in the next video.